Survivor vs. Lord of the Flies, Power, by Ethan Bates. What is power? Power allows an individual or group to have control over decisions, property, and other individuals or groups. Lots of different people and groups have different types of power in different situations, such as the government in the community has power over laws that they might rule. But on a smaller scale, parents might have power over you, saying you can't stay up this late or do your homework. What is Survivor? Survivor is a reality competition show. It is a show where people compete in challenges and try to survive on the island. Every episode, someone is voted off by the other tribe members. The end goal is to last to the end. In the American version, it's around 39 days, and the Australian version, it's a bit longer. The end goal is to become the sole survivor. Survivor, elements of power in Survivor. Survivor is all about forming alliances with other tribe members and performing blindsides on unsuspecting competitors. Power of numbers and alliances help you get through further into the game. Convincing people in your tribe to have the majority and vote off an unsuspecting competitor is a main part of power in Survivor. Challenges in Survivor. So every episode there's usually two challenges. In the early season of Survivor, they'll have team before the merge, where competitors compete in challenges which most often are multi-segment obstacle courses that include both physical and mental elements, with the tribe that finishes first declared the winner. These challenges require teamwork, and if you fail or stuff up in a challenge, you might be on the chopping block next round to be voted off. One is usually a reward challenge, and the other is an elimination challenge. After the merge, the contestants perform similar challenges, but it is every man for themselves, and they have to fight for reward and or immunity. Some of the symbols of power in Survivor. One of them is immunity idols. On the left we have the team immunity idol, which guarantees everyone in that team to be through to the next week. And on your right is your individual immunity idol, which only allows one person to be guaranteed to get through to the next week. The immunity idol is a symbol of power in Survivor. When an individual has the immunity idol, they cannot be voted out. The immunity idol can be won from individual challenges. Similar to Survivor, in the book Lord of the Flies, a symbol of power is the conch. Similar to Survivor, the conch can only be held by one person at a time. This is the one person that has the most power over the rest of the tribe. Some more symbols of power in Survivor. The Tribal Council. The Tribal Council is where the contestants vote out a player. So prior to the merge, the team that loses the immunity challenge will go to the Tribal Council and they'll decide to vote off a player. And after the merge, the one person with the immunity idol will be safe and everyone else has to decide on who to vote out. Most often, there is someone in control of an alliance and they tell you who to vote out. Sometimes the rest of the tribe will throw over the person who is in power, and this is called a blindside. This shows you that you may not always be in power even if you think you are. Power of numbers is important in the Tribal Council, as the most votes for a person will get someone voted out. Symbols of power in Lord of the Flies. The conch. The conch is a power symbol in the Lord of the Flies. The conch is very much valued by the boys and is the most precious item they value on the island. Ralph is voted by the rest of the boys as the leader for no reason other than he was the one holding the conch at the time. So different to Survivor, in Survivor you had to work for the immunity idol. In Lord of the Flies, he was simply gifted it. Now I'll show you a video of a tribal council in Survivor and him reading out the votes and voting someone out.
Tony, that's 3 votes, Tony. Tony, that's 4 votes, Tony. Morgan. Morgan, 4 votes, Tony. 2 votes, Morgan. Morgan, that's 3 votes, Morgan. Morgan, we're tied. 4 votes, Tony. 4 votes, Morgan. Morgan, that's 5 votes, Morgan. 4 votes, Tony. 1 vote left. Eighth person voted out, the second member of our jury, Morgan. Morgan, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
Okay. Just wanted to say how proud I am of myself.
So as you could see there was a power within the tribe, and they all formed an alliance to vote off Morgan in this case. Which comes to our next point of power of numbers. Power of numbers is a collective number of people who all voice a similar opinion for change or an idea. Power of numbers can be a very convincing power in environments such as governments or unions. Power of numbers in Survivor is very important, as the most votes a competitor off, as we just saw with Morgan. Power of democracy in Lord of the Flies. The boys choose Ralph democratically. When he has the conch, he is voted in by the other boys. Ralph then creates a system of government, of a type of government based on laws. Democratic power is strongly represented by the conch. With the conch, only one person at a time can speak. Whoever is holding the conch at the time is able to speak. And here's a little quote from the book, page 18, where the boys are saying, "Let's have a vote. Yes. Vote for a chief. Let's vote." This toy of voting was almost as pleasing as the conch. Power of authority in Lord of the Flies. Power of authoritation is demonstrated through Jack by defying the existence of the democracy in the island. The other boys in Jack's tribe are all scared of him as he presents himself as a strong, powerful figure, and he's not to be messed with. As you can see with this quote from page 105. "Has everyone eaten as much as you want?" Jack said. His tone conveyed a warning, giving out the pride of ownership, and the boys ate faster while there was still time. Seeing there was no immediate likelihood of pause, Jack rose from the log that was his throne and sauntered to the edge of the grass. Positional power. Positional power is where you use your authority over someone else to get something done. Positional power is given to someone as a result of their power. A form of positional power in a coercive way. For example, when your parents tell you to do something and they say, "Because I told you so." This is an example of their positional power. They're using their power to stop you from doing something or to get you to do something. In Lord of the Flies, Jack has the power of his group as they're all scared of him. This gives Jack positional power of them. This can be the same in Survivor when other people may be scared of one of the contestants, and they listen to what they do to avoid getting themselves voted out, although they could cause an upset with the group and vote out that one person. In conclusion, the game of Survivor is all about power. Immunity idols have the most power in the game as they allow you to not be voted out. In tribal councils, power of numbers rules, and being in an alliance can often save you. Positional power is common in Survivor and Lord of the Flies. In Lord of the Flies, the conch is the most valuable item on the island. Thank you for listening to my speech.